Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another rendition of the Remain podcast, another episode, another installment, another chapter. I am your host, Big Daddy Case. That is Lil Mama Key over there. And I had a couple intros, but I'm going to save it for another day to get you really started going up. Before we get started, though, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Wait, damn. The animation part. I don't know what goes first. Like,
Comment, subscribe.
comment. That's what animation does in the beginning of the video, though.
I don't know.
Like, comment, subscribe.
That makes sense. It's like more.
I know the like come first. No, it's like, subscribe, notifications. I think that's what
It should be like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell.
Whatever animation does, do it in that order.
That's what it should be, though.
Yeah, make sure y'all comment on it. Like, people watch the videos and then they send me their comments. Like, they text me about it. I say, don't. Well, now I'm telling y'all, don't text me. Just put it on.
Well, you can text us, but you can also comment.
On comment too. That's how the more engagement we get, the better.
The more traction we get.
Yeah, the natural traction. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at the remain.pod. Follow the clothing brand remainshop.co. I think that's what Instagram name is. I change it a lot so much. So I was actually doing the photos today, as you can see my setup over there, but I realized I got to put it on a black background instead of a white one because the hat is cream. So it was kind of hard to edit it. But that is coming up, the website coming up soon for the summer hats. You got anything you want to promote?
Never.
No TV show people should watch?
Of course.
Squid season 3 is out.
Squid Game.
Squid Game. See, don't even watch the show.
Acting like an old person.
The game of the squids, the ocean animal, season 3 is out. I never watched any of them, so I don't know too much about it.
That's hella funny because on the way home from work, I just said you acting like an old person. Well, I'm gonna talk about we're talking about my nails and whatever, and she was like, "You talking about you done had them since y'all went to the Bahamas?"
Never went to the Bahamas.
We haven't been to the Bahamas since 2023. So I was like, the Bahamas? She talking about, well, wherever y'all just went. I said, the Dominican Republic? She said, yeah, that place. I'm like, damn, acting like an old lady. What the fuck?
I mean,
What?
Your mom,
Don't do that, because my mama and your mama the same age.
and guess what I said my mama?
Don't do that.
She old too. She be next year the big one for her.
Yeah.
Before we started, you said y'all want to go to the Dominican Republic again.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I just feel like we need to do it again, but we need to go to a different resort.
We definitely need to go to
because we went to the retirement community.
We definitely need to go to a different resort.
We need to go to a different resort.
You know, it's so funny you say that, right? Because like right before, so people, when I tell people my job about the pod or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and like, yeah, me and my girlfriend do it, and they were like, don't y'all live together? And I say, yeah. They say, well, how do y'all know what to talk about in the pod? Do you not talk about it all the time?
No,
And I said, no, literally, we save it for the pod.
That, and then on top of that, I mean, like, this is just us recording our conversations.
Essentially, yes.
Like,
But it'd be some shit that happens, you know, like in the moment, and I want to ask, and I'm like, I'll save it for the pod. And so
Yeah.
that's when I end up putting notes inside of here. Or some stuff that ought to be stuff we talk about, or just reiterate it for the
Yeah.
people that's out there. But moving on, we had I'm not gonna say a really busy weekend, but we had a game night here, right? I want to bring this
Mhm.
part up. We had a game night here, and of course, when people get to drink and all that kind of good stuff, you know, we was playing what's it called?
Black Card Revoked.
Black Card Revoke. And some way, somehow, niggas got brought up. Like, so somebody had asked, well, somebody said men shouldn't date if they're broke.
Oh, okay.
And the thing about this, I saw a tweet. This was not a tweet, it was like a post, my concern post that I saw from, is it named Justin LaBoy or
Mhm.
LA Boy? What is it?
I don't know. I say Justin LaBoy, but I think it's just Justin LA Boy. I think.
Whoever it was, somebody had posted, it was like, the girl said, I'm not humble when I'm mad. I get real disrespectful
Mm-hmm.
you broke as hell, boy, or you always been broke or some shit like that.
Mhm.
And the comments always said that. They was like, y'all lied to you when you said you had money and all kind of stuff. So that, me going off track about it, that made me think about like, damn, people really don't be really genuine in like relationships. Or when you fucking with somebody, like they will sit there and lie to make you feel better. But then when they get upset, I think we too old for when we get upset, we just start aiming below the belt. 'Cause that's all the posts say. When I get mad, I aim low. I'm gonna disrespect you and make you feel less of a man. I'm just like, why do you have to do that when you mad?
I agree. But back to what you was saying though. Oh, I forgot the point I was gonna make.
Like I have a story for that. That's what made me think right
okay,
up,
go
right?
ahead.
So, and we're gonna get back to the whole broke thing. So one time when I was with my ex, we got in an argument, and when we first got together, I was living with her, but this happened during COVID. Like I moved in her spot, whatever, right? And I offered to help all that kind of stuff, and she was like, "No, you only have to pay this certain amount."
Yeah, so you was a COVID couple. Y'all was forced to quarantine
Yeah.
together.
And
Essentially is what y'all did.
And so at the time while we was together, I ended up getting her promoted, and then we ended up getting an apartment together. So anyway, fast forward towards the end, like when we was breaking up and stuff, we got in an argument, and she was like, "You a bum," and I was like, "How am I a bum? Like I make more money than you. I have a nice car. Like none of the bills are ever late." And so shit like that. And the thing about it, I said, damn, people just be saying shit when they upset. So sometimes niggas really don't be broke. Or
Most of the time they do though.
Most time they do. Or sometimes, I like women say, that's why you're small.
Yeah.
No homo, but I'm pretty sure like they enjoyed it, but now it's like I gotta say something to
you
make
didn't
you
have to say no homo.
Okay, all homo. So you have to make sure. You just have to make sure. And it's so funny when I record. This is another thing. When I be editing the podcast and I laugh, my laughs, it be like spike low. No, but I laugh like in huh. I'm about to show you later on when it comes to it. But yeah, going back to what she had said originally when I was my first thing I was going with, she said that she had said men who are broke shouldn't date. And do you believe that?
Yes, that's the point that I was about to make. I had forgot, but I 110% agree with that statement because me personally, you have to court me, and if you don't have no money to court me, why are we here? And what I mean by that is, as an adult in the space that I am in my late 20s,
damn,
I'm not what.
Almost pushing 30.
I am not coming to chill at your house. Like, at least the first 3 dates. I'm not doing that. At least the first 3. Why are you making that face?
Because before I met you, I wasn't trying to spend money on nobody.
Well,
I was trying to, but I was trying to spend the slightest amount of money. So
yes.
like now what we do, like for us, like instead of us like going out, we're gonna talk about that too.
Mm-hmm.
And spending all that money going out, like nigga, I can just go buy a bottle, $30, $40. I can cook whatever I want to eat. It's gonna be less than us.
Like when we bought 2 dozen oysters, that was $30.
Yeah, but if you go to fucking Rockin' Crab or Lazy Crab or one of these
type
crawfish, juicy crawfish, what are they called now?
You paying $24 for 6.
For 6, I'm just like,
yeah.
So that was my mindset then, but they was like this. They probably thought this nigga was broke. I was like, no, nigga, I just don't want to fucking spend.
Yeah, but
first date, I got to drop $150, and I'm not even drunk.
Yeah.
2 drinks, which takes about 2 drinks to even feel somehow a weekday be. So that's like $15 a drink, $30. That's $60 right there.
You can't even say that. On our first drink, on our first date, I bought you a shot. Even though you politely gave it back right after. But
exactly. But I'm just saying.
No, we got wasted.
Yeah, we did.
We got wasted.
And they figure out where we went out for our first date.
Who?
That's the people.
They did?
They don't know where we went to for our first date.
Oh, that don't matter.
Yeah, but sometimes people like I'm pretty sure some people if some dude take a girl there, the girl gonna like take the group chat like this nigga took me to like the Cheesecake Factory girl.
Girl, I don't give a fuck.
Nigga to the Cheesecake Factory.
I don't give a damn.
You know what cheesecake costs there?
But I'm saying
it's $8 a slice.
I'm not like that. You don't have to take me to You don't have to take me to Little Alley Steakhouse.
We're supposed to go there for our anniversary, for Valentine's Day.
But I'm saying, like a first date, you don't have to do that because I don't even know if I like you, and now you just wasted $300. So you really and truly don't have to do that. That's like, I feel like that's down the line when we both start feeling like we like each other, type shit.
I would never.
But me personally, I wouldn't even want you to waste your money if I don't even like you like that.
I was trying to spend no money.
I can say this one date, this dude was trying to figure out where to go, and he had said something extremely expensive, and I was like, absolutely the fuck not. And then I didn't even like him after that, so that would have been a waste. You don't even have to do that. You don't have to try to impress me. Yeah, you don't have to try to impress me.
Is it a guy with a nickname?
Yeah. You don't have to try to impress me.
Shout out to him for getting you over here to me. Big W's in the chat. But then now I say, should a girl date if she's broke?
I mean, if we're going by traditional gender roles, it doesn't matter if she broke or not.
Okay, it is 20. Now, let me say this. I am for all whatever you decide to do in a relationship, right?
Mhm.
Like if at the time, if a girl wants to be traditional and all that kind of stuff, then I expect her to play the traditional type of role. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Not like a half-ass traditional, like, don't say, oh, the man supposed to make all the money and then come back around and say, well, it's also 2025. Men need to do stuff around the house and clean up. Like,
Mhm.
I hate when women say that stuff because, like, no, either play, or you can play this, you can do half of it. That's fine too. But you have to make sure you play your part into it.
Well, let me say this. Actually, the answer to that is no, you shouldn't date if you was broke. And let me tell you why. Because what if that man decided to get up on you in the middle of the day, get up out of there in the middle of the day? Because it happens a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally, I know I was about to go on a date. Same person. I ain't had no money. And I told my friends, I was like, I feel like I shouldn't be going because I ain't got no money. Like,
You talking about this guy?
yeah, stop.
Nobody knows what that means. nobody knows what that means.
Stop. But
I had to make sure we was on the same page.
No, we was on the same page from the beginning.
That right there, that was one of the things I questioned if we was on the same page or not.
No. We was on the same page. But I had called my friends and I was like, I don't have no money. I don't think I should be going nowhere with him. And they was just like, bitch, if that man get up and walk out on you, we're just gonna send you the money. But I felt bad because I was like, dang, I really don't have no money. Like, it was the first of the month. So all my bills was due at the same time. So I had paid all my bills. It was literally like the 3rd of the month. And I was like, I ain't got no money. But yeah. But no, so I do it for that reason. This man has said that he's going to pay for your date. Or not even that. You get to the table and the man say, oh, we going Dutch. Which has happened before. Did I tell you about that?
Same guy?
No. This happened to one of my friends. We were sitting at the table. And it was a triple date.
I feel like you told me this.
Yeah.
But you can say it if you want to say it for the sake of the pod.
Yeah. It was a triple date. And, you know, my date paid for me. The other guy paid for the other girl. And then it gets to them. And it was like, the waitress was like, okay, how are we doing your check? And he was like, he turned to her and was like, oh, what we doing? And she was like, the fuck? It don't matter.
Who you going on a triple date with?
That don't matter.
Like, this had to be a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Was this college days?
Mm-mm.
After college?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see you hanging out with 2 people at the same time.
I don't see myself doing it either. I was mad as fuck.
I ain't never been on a triple date before.
Aggravated as fuck that day.
Have I never been on a triple? Have I ever been on a double date?
But listen.
I've been third wheeling.
You've never been on a double date?
I'm trying to think about it. No. Never have.
We haven't been on one?
That one considered a double date. We was at the
Yeah.
concert together.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, kind of was. We had a great time that day.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a double date, though.
But
I don't think that's a double date. Like, we just like, yeah, come sit with us.
that kind of is. A concert is a date.
Yeah, but I don't think, like, it's not too much talking going on.
But we did. We talked the whole time.
I don't know.
We did.
I don't think that's
I'm going to count that as a double date. We had a great time that day. I'm counting it as a double date. We
Okay.
had a great time or whatever, you know. But back to what I was saying. Waitress turned to them and was like, how we doing your check? And he turns to my friend and was like, yo, how we doing the check? And she was like, it don't matter. And he was like, you want to split the check? And she kind of looked. So I'm sitting directly across from dude. So was I directly across? Or I might have been directly across from my friend. Either way, I was across.
Mm-hmm.
I was across from my friend. And he was like, yeah, we're going to split the check.
Y'all both looked at each other?
Oh, I immediately picked my phone up and texted her and said, and I was like, bitch, no fucking way.
Did you not like make it obvious you wasn't texting her? Or you?
No, I made it very obvious. I said, bitch, what the fuck? So then I turned to the person who I was on a date with, because it was his friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, boy, what the fuck? And I said it loud. I said, do he not have no money?
I'll blank it out. Who you went with?
Who? The person?
Yeah, the date. And you did this like they go.
Yeah, I don't want nobody to read my lips.
Okay. And
Oh.
okay, who's the third? That's only two people.
Oh, his friends.
Oh, his friend.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. All right, I'll block all that out.
You don't have to say his friends. I mean, you can keep that, but
I really was just concerned about who's the woman in this story.
Yeah.
That's the part I was really concerned about.
yeah. And
I thought it was you and two of your friends.
Mm-mm.
Like I thought it was the
Mm-mm.
person you just said and
Mm-mm.
okay.
Yeah.
The fuck?
So yeah, the fuck, that shit made me so fucking mad. And so I turned to, you know, the person who I was on a date with, the other guy, and I was like,
Where y'all go?
it was this restaurant called Barber Bistro.
Which is so funny because literally the whole time when you started telling me a story, I thought about those two people that you went with,
Mhm.
and I thought y'all was at Applebee's.
No.
I put the story in my head that y'all sitting at Applebee's right now in a booth.
Mm-mm.
Like not, the booth that had be like the U shape.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I thought y'all was at.
Mm-mm. But yeah, so I turned to the person who I was on a date with, and his friend. I was like, y'all ain't gonna get y'all friend? But I had said that when he got up and went to the bathroom. I said, y'all ain't gonna get y'all friend? Cause what the fuck? I said, both of y'all need to check him for that shit. And they both was like, damn, if the nigga needed some money, he could have just told us. We would have slid him some money.
Yes.
So that's why I said all of that to say, yeah, don't go on a date if you ain't got no money.
I think, right? This is my opinion on it.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a traditional type of man, I hate that word too, by the way. If you're a traditional type of man, then no, you shouldn't be dating if you're broke. If you're not a traditional type of man, then no, you shouldn't be dating if you're broke. If you're a traditional type of woman, then you need to find yourself. You should be dating, but dating for men that are traditional type of men. Right?
Yeah.
If you are not a traditional woman and you're broke, then you shouldn't be dating.
That's a great
any type of man.
analysis.
But if y'all both broke, then y'all should be dating.
Yeah. They should.
Why not?
They should not.
We both down bad.
We both bringing each other down.
No, somebody's gonna motivate somebody at some point.
You
in time.
think so?
Yeah,
No.
I think so.
No.
I'm a glass half full type of individual. Now, I'm not talking about broke as in bum broke. I mean broke as in like
You living paycheck to paycheck?
type of situation. That's why I'm gonna cut this out so you can say what you want to say about it.
No.
Yep. I'm gonna hit you with one of
No.
Damn, I don't even know which one it is.
That's what you get.
Which one is that? Yeah, no. Fuck it, I don't got it.
Exactly.
But yeah,
No.
I'm hitting with one of when you talking. I'm gonna hit it with a.
Oh
Put that
my
in there.
God.
When it comes to it, but I don't want this to be about relationships.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna say what I want to say later for last. The whole part just straight relationships. The whole conversation. Well, fuck it, we might as well. We own it, no?
Exactly.
Okay, so speaking of our relationship, right? And this is very. I'm trying to remember this, but my partner, Quam, called me. Kid Quam, shout out to him. You was there when he called me. He called me and was like, I mean, you heard it was on speakerphone. He asked, is our relationship better now than, he said, it's like something along the lines like, was the relationship better when we first started dating or is it better now?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what's better now? And he talked about some stuff. And I was like, you know, why you asking? He was like, you know, you get comfortable with somebody. And, you know, you stop doing stuff that you did when you first got in a relationship with somebody. And so I went along to telling him, was like, well, and this is my PSA to dudes out there dating. Do not set the bar too high for yourself. Now, I'm not saying have low, like, you know, set the bar low, but don't set it too high for yourself that you cannot consistently maintain.
Correct.
So the example I gave him is, I know in the beginning, I know what I don't like doing.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the beginning, I'm not going to do it for you or to you to like grab your attention and then stop doing it, because this is a little, what's what I'm looking for? This little game. I guess you call it a game, right? But women love to say men/humans are
creatures of habit.
There you go. So when you stop doing something, it already puts in their head, they're like, damn, this nigga A don't like me no more. B cheating on me, or whatever the case may be. What?
Stop moving.
Oh, my fault.
Distracting the shit out of me.
Damn, focus. And so I was talking to him and I was like, yeah, I said, no, when I got with Kiara, I wasn't doing anything that I know that I couldn't do to maintain the relationship. So a good example that I used was giving back massages. Don't like doing that at all. Sorry. So I never started off giving you back massages because it's like, I don't like doing it. So if I get her and I'm always doing it in the beginning, I'd rather pay somebody to give it back massage.
The crazy part about it is that the nigga get mad when I ask him to put the massage gun on my side.
I hate that stuff.
He gets so mad. And I'm like, what the fuck? This shit hurt.
You can do it yourself.
No, I can't.
And I'd rather pay somebody to give you a back massage.
That shit hurt.
I'd rather pay somebody to give it. Like I can give, like buying flowers, that's something I can keep up with. I don't mind that. So I always did every time. I buy flowers like every 10 days. You know though? But like when niggas get in a relationship and they do all this high end shit in the beginning and they get exhausted from it, it's just like, why you stop doing it?
Here's an example that I can say we still do. We don't do it often, but we do it. At one point, well, when we first started dating, he and I went on 3 dates within 7 days. I can say,
yeah,
if we get the energy,
we go out.
We'll do it now.
Yeah, but yeah, I think a lot of people do that. When you first meet somebody, y'all just go out on dates.
Yeah, but I'm saying even now, if we have the energy, niggas be tired.
But even at work, when I was at work talking to my boss, and I was telling my story about the I told him some story how we went to a bar, and he's like, he called you my wife. He's like, you and your wife got to go out all the time, don't you? And I was like,
no.
I'm like, no, but that made me think about.
We go out way more than a lot of people do.
Yes, and I'm saying, think about, I said, damn, like when you get to a certain age, like people get so comfortable they just stop going out.
They stop going places.
But no, was it last summer?
Yeah, me fucked up. I like to eat too much.
Was it last summer or 2 summers ago?
When?
2 summers ago. I don't know how. We was doing so much shit during the summer. We was in the apartment. And we went to birthday bash. We went here. We was doing so much shit that summer.
Niggas is reckless. And our rent was high as fuck.
Exactly. So I'm just like,
I don't know how the hell we
was going to basketball games and baseball games.
And I was making way, I was making way less then than what I'm making now.
Yeah, so I'm just saying,
how the fuck we was doing that.
But I guess when you get to a certain age, people just, and like I said, and I'm not quite sure if like him and his wife go out, but I just thought about it in my head. It's like, damn, some people really don't go out when they get in a relationship. So this is my PSA also to the ones in a couple. Go on a date. Spend well, you know, some people like, which is crazy, some people have like a date night out the month.
Yeah.
Like,
we don't do that.
Like they have like a date. Okay, we dedicating. Like today is June. Okay, so we'll just say it's June 30th when we're recording, right? And so by the time they see it, it'll be July. So somebody has a beginning of July. They have a date planned for July like 29th or something shit. Just like, or July 14th. They had a plan for them. Hey, take this day off. We're gonna go on a date.
The third weekend of every month.
Yeah, like they do that. I mean, I understand some people have kids and stuff, so
that's cool. But I just feel like when you get into a routine, that's when shit get boring. You gotta spice it up a little bit. Be spontaneous. Throw shit in there. Like Casey would be like, we wanna go get tacos tonight? Next thing we know, We at the bar
We
with
gonna
margaritas.
And now I'm like, let's do something different. You want to go to WWE?
We're not going there.
I don't want to. John Cena not gonna be there. If John Cena was gonna be there, we definitely was gonna go, or at least I was gonna go. But Goldberg will be there. But you know, you know who Goldberg is? You probably don't know. Yes, you do. He played whatchamacallit. The longest yard. He was a running back. No, that was Nelly. He was one of the officers. He was the officer, and I think he said the N-word in the movie.
Oh, okay. With the spiky hair?
No, the other guy then.
Oh, the I know who you're talking about.
Goldberg.
I thought that was
What's that movie called?
that wasn't Steve Austin?
No, because they look exactly the same.
Oh.
You're kidding. 5-star Torres likes the view? Not just Joy Behar.
The good news is she can breastfeed standing up. That's it. I got married.
Damn, can I find him?
It don't matter. It's okay.
We're already here now.
Wow, no bullshit.
That guy.
Real football?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, that's Goldberg. But he was. I just read he wasn't a cop.
He was. Yeah, but that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
So I get the tackling.
They do look like.
Hmm?
They do look
like
like.
white bald head guy with a goatee.
Yeah.
All look the same. But yeah, that's
Type shit,
Goldberg.
yeah.
And he's from Atlanta. And so this is his last match. So Goldberg. But I kind of want you to see like that
I don't want to see it.
environment. I
I'm
go
sorry.
to a what's that concert you wanted to go to? That I don't want to go to?
The Weekend.
No, start with a K.
K-Tronada already passed. It don't matter.
We'll go to the next
That
one.
was last year.
We'll go to the next one.
No, we can go see The Weekend.
When he come?
August.
The Weekend or Chris Brown?
The Weekend.
Damn, I was trying to get you.
Fuck.
I think you know more Chris Brown than the Weekend songs.
Who?
The Owl.
Lie.
I ain't listened to none of the Weekend. I was never part of that OVO XO thing. Never got into it.
That's unfortunate.
Mm-mm. Can't do it. Speaking of dates, we went on one yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We went to go see. We went to the Battery to go to one of those Love Island watch parties.
Uh-huh.
And what's your take on it?
So first off,
Do you want to get your take on the party or Love Island?
I'm finna do all of it.
Okay, knock it out.
So number one, motherfuckers was like 2 parties behind getting seated at the first place.
Which is crazy, right? Because the motherfucker said doors open up
At
8:30.
30. I mean at 8.
No, doors open up 8:30.
They opened at 8. It started at 8:30.
Okay, yeah, let's do that math. So we was like, we got there at 7:45.
Right.
Little did we know on the way there that the doors open up at 8.
Like doors actually open at 8. We didn't know doors open at 8. We thought these motherfuckers was open.
Yeah. So we end up standing in line, but go ahead.
Yeah, so we standing in line. Now, mind you, the line was long as a motherfucker. And as soon as we walked out and seen the line, all I said was, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, you know what? I'm going to remain positive. I said, and if push comes to shove, we could just go to another restaurant and prop the phone up and we could just watch Love Island like that.
We had time to go back home, though, by the way.
But why would we go back home? We just drove all the way up there.
Parking would have been free. It's under 2 hours.
Don't matter. Anyways, or we could have went somewhere else. Yeah. So we get all the way to the door.
We at the door.
At the door. We see inside the place. Nigga said, all right, everybody come in, but it's standing room only. So immediately we was like, you know what? Fuck it. Now the thing is that while we was in line, I had peeped that the restaurant next door was playing it on their TV. They was playing the previous episode on their TV.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, bet. Casey was like, you want me to go in there and ask him? I said, yeah. He go in there and ask him. They was like, yeah, we're going to start it at 9. Cool. Here's the shit show of it all.
Mm-hmm.
These niggas ain't never did the shit before.
Never done it before.
Never did it before. They was just like, you know what? Fuck it. This line long as shit. That all of them is not finna get in there. We finna get this money.
Mm-hmm.
So they was like, we gonna put this shit on the TV.
By the way, before we walked in there, I asked Kara, I said, do you want me to go in there and ask? because number one side thing, Kiara hate asking people anything.
I do.
Like she don't like rejection. So
I don't.
we can be somewhere and somebody could be like just standing in a spot randomly and she wouldn't go ask them are they in line because she don't want to be rejected.
I'm very shy.
Yeah. But for me, I
know,
always ask.
I know that might be hard to believe, but I mean, probably if you've seen episode 1 to now, you probably understand. You probably can see the transition of how shy I am.
I don't know. Episode 1, you was buku drunk.
Okay, episode 2 till now. Anyways.
Let me tell you, episode 2, y'all. We recorded episode 2. I think I told him that. And she was like, I don't like it.
I didn't like it.
And we didn't. We just deleted it.
Yeah. So.
Wait, is that episode 2?
That might have been 3.
Yeah, the first episode we recorded, we never dropped it. Technically, the first episode we recorded, we never released it. So.
Yeah.
So then it was episode. Yeah, we call it episode 2 for the fuck of it.
So, no, it was 2 because we were still in the living room.
But yeah, episode 2, we're in here now. So that's why I said episode 2 technically, but we deleted. We did like 40 minutes. We did listen everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't go back to listen no more because it won't be. Anywho, go ahead.
So we go in there and motherfucker got on the TV. So we picked the TV that already had it on there.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, these niggas didn't know how to sync the fucking TVs. They didn't sync the TV. So only one TV, the one TV that's connected, they had 3 TVs playing it. Well, they had 4 TVs playing it because one in the other room was playing it.
3 TVs and a projector.
And motherfuckers didn't sync none of the TVs.
There was the one TV that was playing. It was on the opposite side of the.
At the end of the bar.
At the end of the bar, end of the restaurant.
And that was the TV that was controlling the sound.
Yes, but they had the projector, which you would think the projector would have been the one that's
playing the sound.
Because it was a big ass projector on a big ass wall, and they had a lot of people sitting there looking at it. And the motherfucker, every TV was probably like
3 or 4 seconds off.
No, one TV was like 10
seconds
like
off.
10 to 15 seconds off.
The projector was way off.
Yeah, they all was like so off. And they had a girl, she got up.
She's like, hey, where the remote at? That shit was funny as fuck.
And she literally walked around.
Hey, where the remote
looking
at?
for it.
Yeah, she walked around looking for the girl. I guess she got fed up and she left. Now, let me tell you how bad it was. The fucking manager walked up to me and was like, hey, what time does this normally release?
But when we was in there, the people that sat next to us on the right, she asked the manager, did she watch it? She was like, no, I don't. So of course she didn't understand
she didn't understand how serious that shit is.
How locked in people were.
Yeah, niggas is locked the fuck in. This is like Big Brother times 10. Because Big Brother is like 24-hour streaming.
No, who's Big Brother?
The show. It's a show called Big Brother.
What is it on?
CBS. I don't know what it's about. But it's like all of these motherfuckers in one house. I really and truly don't know what it's about.
It felt like, I'm pretty sure if we went to the other spot, you know how we went to go to watch the NFC Championship, Eagles versus Washington? You know how niggas was like, I feel we went to the other spot, it was probably
niggas was locked in.
Niggas was hella locked in.
At this spot, and let me tell y'all.
The spot we went to.
Did you see my story?
Yes, I want you to say that. That's why I was waiting for you to say that. That's all the reason why I brought this up.
Listen, it was a group of people on this side of us, and it was a group of people on this side of us. And both of them had screamers. And when I say they got on my last fucking nerves, because shut the fuck up.
She was screaming like she was at home.
Both of them.
The other girl was like,
the one that was closer to me, she wasn't as loud, but still, like, the sound is behind me. So I really can't hear the TV that good. Which, shout out to the girl on the side of you who was like, can you turn the subtitles on?
Oh, she said that?
Yeah.
Because she was screaming over the shits. Bitch kept doing.
Oh, clock it.
Clock it. I do that shit down. All fingers.
Fuck?
Yeah, she was like, clock it, da 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 da.
And I'm just
bitch,
like,
and yelling this. So I was like,
yeah, she was screaming at the TV. And I'm like, okay, I need you to. Because you are in public.
But now you see while I pause the TV
So I
when
would
we be watching it.
I would like to say, I don't ever want to do that again, unless it's like a private situation. It's at somebody's house where we have control of the TV, and when people have thoughts, in that moment we can pause the TV and discuss our thoughts. That's the only way I would do that again. Other than that, I can't do it. And you know what, Casey? I am sorry.
Thank you.
Because I know I do that, especially when I get excited. You know, I can't hold my shit in.
Yeah.
So I do be screaming at the TV too.
And as soon as she get to screaming.
And I be, yeah. I told my mama that today.
Right.
That I be screaming at the TV and all you do is just pause and let me get it out.
I just pause and I be like.
And then when he think I might be done, he be like, "Are you done?" She clocked that part. She was like, he be like, "Are you done?" And then I be like, "Yeah."
Cause first I'll pause it and then I feel like you done. Then I hit play again. You go again. I was like, I'll pause it right again. You be like, you must be tired of me talking. I was like, bro, I just wanted to just watch it.
I can't. Like, even like when we be sitting here talking, like even just a second ago, when you kept talking, I had a thought, which is why I had a thought. But by the time you got done talking, I had forgotten my thought.
You type it in your phone.
So, but that don't really work because then I'm not listening to anything else you're saying. So, if I ever interrupt you guys, I'm so sorry. Like, because I know I do that a lot.
Is this a PSA to people that you talked to before?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you too. If I interrupt you, I'm so sorry. But I'm really just trying to get my thought off before I forget the shit.
It be that way sometimes.
Yeah. So, like, I know I do it a lot and I don't do it to be rude, but I really got to get this thought off before I forget.
Right.
And I feel like this, I don't know. But, yeah. So, this is the PSA to everybody.
Should write it down.
Clip that shit and put it on the internet. So I can make sure
so
everybody know that.
So you can mention all your people that you
mention.
Everybody you had a conversation with over the phone.
Yeah.
I got you. I'll make sure it happened. But okay, so last night episode. So this, like I said, we're recording this on Monday. So this is a Sunday night episode.
What are my thoughts?
Yeah, what are your thoughts on everything? So when I went online, everybody's talking about could care less about the first 55 minutes of the episode. So everybody's talking about Ace and Huda and Shelly.
So y'all know I be on TikTok. And TikTok does point out a lot of things that I may have missed. And I definitely missed a lot of stuff last night because one, I couldn't hear it. And then two, I'm used to watching this shit on a, what's that, 75-inch?
77, don't play with
I'm
me.
sorry. Used to watching it on the 77-inch.
And so the reason I say that because when a nigga type in they're going to Google 77-inch TV and only a certain models are going to pop up. They're going to say, damn, this nigga spend this much on the TV? Yes.
He didn't. Anyway.
Shut up. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
So yeah.
Soundbar cost. Subwoofer was.
Stop. That's how people get robbed. Shut up. Fuck.
Someone was plotting on us.
Exactly.
This nigga got sitting in his living room right now.
Yeah, block all of that out.
All right, remind me to do it.
The fuck?
I'll do it when we watch it. Well, I'll probably edit tomorrow, so.
So I'm looking on this little bitty ass TV screen. It had to be like 40-inch.
It was probably a 50.
Either way, I'm sitting far as fuck. I can't really see. And he's got these two bitches.
Can you tell them why you couldn't see? Because I said to Ashley and said, hey, do you want to move down to look at it? You said, let me finish eating my food first. Like we at home or something. And two minutes later, somebody came and sat right in them seats. I'm like, don't your ass get. Anyway, go ahead. TVs were small.
Even if we was in front, I wouldn't have been able to see it. The TV was small. I already can't see that far. One eye I can see far, one eye I can't. So the shit not equal.
Probably should go get that looked at.
Yeah, that's why I have glasses.
You do? We've been together for 3 years. When have you ever wore glasses? That I don't think are like fashion or for the outfit.
Any fucking ways. Cause
what glass? Please show me a picture.
Don't piss me off.
Please show me a picture.
Don't piss me off.
Of you wearing glasses.
Anyways.
And let me know when that picture was taken.
While I finish telling my story, I'm going to look for said picture.
So while she look for that picture, I'm going to tell the side when I think about it, right? So, yes, Huda went crazy on Ace, right? And apparently they cut a whole bunch of stuff off that she started doing afterward. Because when they took him to the little heart thingy and she got on top of him, number one, you see Ace, he was grabbing that booty. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? And then if like it had zoomed out and it had Shelly walk into the like back to the thing or whatever, and Huda had turned around and started doing some more stuff, but they cut that part out. So I can see what it was like. She went crazy on the thing. But at the same time, you know what I always say?
What?
It's a challenge.
It is a challenge, but like too far is too far. And this is why I agree with Shelly, just for the simple fact that if anybody ever even touched Jeremiah, Huda was calling him a bitch. Was she not?
That is true.
I'm sorry, her name is Huda. She was calling him a bitch. Even if she touched him. If somebody touched him longer than 2 seconds, she was upset. So all I'm saying is if this is somebody who I say I have a really strong connection with, regardless of if I'm closed off or not, you should be able to give me the same respect that you expected me to give you.
True.
So yeah, no, I am in agreement with Shelly, and I don't give a fuck
And she
about.
said that. Did she say that?
Yeah.
She was like, if somebody touched Jeremiah, like.
Yes, if anybody touched him, she was going off. And I think that was so unfair. Especially because that shit was like week 1. Bitch, calm down.
She called that. What's her name? Who was? Remember when that was
She called
strapped up?
She called
Iris?
Iris
A bitch. She like, bitch, get your something off of him.
Yeah.
You better quit it, bitch, or something like that.
Yeah.
Same shit.
She said it to Iris. She called Maya a bitch. Who else came in? She called Sierra a bitch.
She called Jeremiah a bitch.
Yes,
And
and
a
then
pussy.
apparently, according to After Sun, she went way harder than what they even showed on the TV. Like, they said her rant was like 45 minutes long. You know how it's not Sierra, Serena's rant last episode, last season was 10 minutes long. No, they said her rant was 45 minutes long.
Did you ever find a picture? Because if you wear glasses, you should have pictures of her more often.
No, because I don't take pictures of my glasses because I don't like my fucking glasses.
Because you don't wear them.
Exactly, because I don't like
So
them.
if I sit here and say you wear glasses, you can't be like, don't piss me off.
I do wear glasses.
The hell?
The fuck, they right there in my purse.
They should be on your face.
No, I can see without them. Not too good.
Oh, that's what I figured you was talking about. But you rarely wear them things. I didn't know those were Christmas. I thought you was wearing them for the outfit.
No,
So
I really just only wear them.
we should role play. You should use those as like a nurse.
Anyways.
Not a nurse, but like a sexy teacher or something.
Anyways, so yeah, that's my thoughts about that. Clark, I don't like that bitch. She, like, I just feel like you do too fucking much. And why is you giving Alandria the cold shoulder as if Alandria did anything to you? Alandria has not done a fuck thing to you. You need to calm the fuck down.
Was you or somebody yesterday was like, she's not a girl's girl?
I didn't say that. One of the other girls said that, but I'm in agreement with that.
Yeah,
I don't really say girl's girl. I don't really say that.
Huda. I think they say about Huda. She's not a girl's girl.
She also is not.
And I saw somebody tweeted today that was like, finally, Friends Island is over.
Yeah, but no, seriously though, Huda is not a girl's girl just for the simple fact the way her TikTok is just so male centered. She don't even talk about nobody being her friend. All she talk about is niggas. Girl, please find something else to talk about. If I get on the internet, I'm talking about food and shit.
If you could make a YouTube channel, would it be that's not connected to this? Would it be a food review channel?
Absolutely. Oh, gee. I told my mama before being a food reviewer, like before Keith Lee, before me and you got together, before all of that shit. This was like beginning of the pandemic. I was like, Mama, I really feel like I should make a YouTube just reviewing food in restaurants and stuff.
Something behind you?
I thought so.
Oh.
But I was like, Mama, I should do it. And she was like, yeah, why not? And now being
why not?
being a food reviewer is just like, like I should have did it.
Why didn't you?
I don't know. I should have did it though.
Well, you know it takes a lot to get in front of a camera though.
Speaking of food, I have a versus.
Dan, you want to do your?
You don't even know what it is.
Are you pulling to me when I say speak of something that has nothing to do with it?
Mhm.
You do your verse, I'll do my verses. Cause I want to do my verses.
Well, speaking of food, both of mine have to do with food.
But pick one.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick one.
Because we gave him 3 last time, and I was kind of upset we did 3 because I was like, I could have spread those out.
Yeah. Pepsi versus Coke.
Nigga. Nigga, what? Hey, can you make my life easier with editing? Can you say verse instead of or? It looks cooler.
Okay.
Yeah, just be like or. I'm sorry, be like verses.
How do I put my phone on D&D and I'm still seeing the messages?
I don't know. You know, I created my own one.
It does not work. I'm seeing everything.
Don't put it on D&D, put it on work mode.
I had it on work.
Or you can create a new one. I got one. Is this one?
Like, it does not silence any of my notifications, and it's actually pissing me
Mine
off.
is that one.
Because it's distracting the shit out of me.
I created one, and it is literally, and I disabled all notifications. Only notification that comes through is you. This one we first got together.
Okay.
See, look.
Hey.
You're the only person. I'll cancel up there, but go ahead.
So, Pepsi versus Coke.
Okay.
So, first one.
There you go.
First one is Gatorade.
Or you can hold it up here, but don't hold it down there.
First one is Gatorade versus Powerade.
Gatorade. No. Yeah, Gatorade. Whichever one has, I think it's Cool Blue. Gatorade. Cool Blue flavor.
You should be able to see the bottle.
I can see the bottle.
So which one is
It's
it?
Gatorade.
Nasty.
The fuck? Cool Blue Gatorade. That shit goated, nigga.
That shit nasty. That's Glacier
If you
Ice.
type in, no, it's 2 different ones. There's Glacier Ice and there's Cool Blue. Cool Blue Gatorade. This is a snip right here. Everybody know Cool Blue Gatorade is the best Gatorade there is.
It's not.
Followed by the yellow one. So I think that's lemon lime.
Yeah.
And then the red one. What's the red one? Is that fruit punch?
Fruit punch.
Yeah.
Only one I
those
like.
are those are the top 3. And then orange.
It's still not working.
Bro, just swipe it up. Just mute the message.
The fuck? Okay. Schweppes, ginger ale, or Seagram's ginger ale?
Schweppes. That's a green bottle one. Are they both green bottles?
They're both green bottles.
Schweppes has the
No. Seagram's actually is not green.
ginger ale brands. Whichever one has the S on the front. Schweppes. Yeah, that one. That one. It's gonna open up dollar, bro.
Talking about
With the banner going across.
Okay.
Yeah, Schweppes.
Crush or Fanta?
Fanta. What's their verses?
Oh my God. The fuck? Pure Leaf or Gold Peak?
Gold Peak.
You know what that is, right?
Yeah, tea.
Okay.
We sell it.
Life Water versus Smart Water.
I don't think I ever had Life Water before, so I'm gonna say Smart Water.
I'm picking Life Water over Smart
What's
Water.
Life Water look like?
It has a black box and it just says Life Water, and then
Yeah,
the bottle is kind of colorful.
No, I always had Life Water. I always had Smart Water.
This list isn't that long, by the way. I probably should do my other one.
Nigga said, speaking of food and give me liquids.
You do too much. Fuck.
All right.
Tropicana or Minute Maid versus Minute Maid. Fuck.
Too late now. Tropicana. That's the one who has the that's the one that has the punch that has the flowers on it, right? It's a green and white. It has the palm trees on it. That one. Tropicana has that. Tropicana drink. Oh, that's Tropical Fantasy. Tropicana. Tropicana, that's my answer. Oh, not tropical.
Tropicana what? Because they both make all of those different flavors.
Tropicana soda.
It's not a soda, it's a juice. You talk
Yeah,
about
no.
Fruitopia.
Oh, that's one. No, I'm talking about that one. That's what I'm
Fucking
talking
Tahitian treat.
Yeah,
The fucking hood special.
that shit is good in a motherfucker. So you said, so what is it then?
What is Tropicana?
Tropicana versus what?
Tropicana is juice.
Tropicana versus what?
Mini Maid.
Let's do Tropicana. I know Tropicana now. That's why I had it confused for a second. I looked it up. Tropicana.
You
not
know what
Minute Maid.
Tropicana is?
Yes.
And you picking Tropicana over Mini Maid?
Tropicana has the guy with the surfing, right?
No.
What's the one with the guy surfing?
Who are you talking about?
Broham.
This is Tropicana.
Okay, what juice did they make? Because I feel like that is that. Yes, I see that part, but I don't think. But Minute Maid has way more variety.
No, they don't.
Their orange juice is great, but Minute Maid doesn't have an orange juice though.
Mini Maid does have orange juice.
I never had it before then, so
Yes,
I'm
you
saying
have.
Tropicana.
Mini Maid also has the small bottles as well as Tropicana.
I'm dumb at thinking of Hawaiian Punch. Self serve.
The fuck?
I'm gonna say Tropicana though.
Mini Maid got the tropical. Mini Maid. I was really talking about these bottles, but Mini Maid also has.
So you can't put that. Is that Minute Maid right there?
No.
Left. Okay, yeah.
No, that wasn't in the thing.
Okay, because that was Minute Maid, then I was gonna say that. I thought that was under them.
No. I mean, it is under Coca-Cola, but like they got the fruit punch, the watermelon punch, the peach punch.
Wait, no, I mean, I'm sorry for the fuck up your list. Minute Maid. So would you go Minute Maid? I'm assuming, right?
I would, yes.
Versus Ocean Spray.
You can't say Ocean Spray. I don't even know who makes Ocean Spray. Ocean Spray, and also Ocean Spray is only cranberry juice. That doesn't really.
Okay, with that cranberry peach.
I like white cran peach.
Yeah, that shit hit.
It does.
That shit better than anything Minute Maid makes.
It does. That doesn't negate the fact that we're not talking about that because it only makes cranberry juice.
All right, I'm going Tropicana.
The fact that you would do the peach punch like that and
Yeah,
that
I
peach
know.
punch fire
Yeah, I like Tropicana.
by itself.
The orange juice beats it all. Tropicana orange juice. Even though Florida Natural is the best orange juice. Or simply orange. But I Tropicana orange.
Yeah, I pick Florida natural orange juice over other orange juices.
The Florida Natural.
Yeah. Starry or Sprite?
Sprite.
I already knew which one you was picking.
Sprite. I wish I had brought my crown so I could mix my Sprite. I got my Sprite right here.
Mug root beer or Barks?
Barks. We had this conversation the other day.
I wasn't listening. I heard y'all say it. I wasn't
Yeah,
listening
Barks.
though.
But cream soda? Barks?
Nasty as fuck.
Mm.
Pepsi or Coke?
Believe it or not, Pepsi. You know, Coke, nobody knows this. Coke gives my teeth a weird like feeling. So when I do like this, it feels really weird. I feel like there's a film or something over it.
That's how I feel when I eat spinach.
Yeah, I feel like I hate that feeling when I drink Coke.
I feel the same way. I don't drink Pepsi or Coke, so I really don't know.
Yeah,
like I've never experienced it because I don't like dark sodas. But I get what you're saying, and that's
Yeah.
exactly how I feel when I eat spinach.
And you want spinach tonight?
I do.
Hey, luckily I bought you something. How many was that?
I think. Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, ouch, nigga. All right, I got a versus list for you.
I'm sorry.
You fucking up, man.
Damn.
You fucking up, man. All right, my versus list. We got Cartoon Network versus Nickelodeon.
All right, I'm ready. Let's go.
Yes.
What's up?
So
Take us to the cartoon queen.
let me start by. I know that's what I did. Let me start by saying what shows disqualify from the list, or what shows not on the list. So Nickelodeon, any
Live action?
any like anything dealing with humans
Mhm.
is not in it.
Yeah, it's live action.
So no Drake and Josh,
Yeah.
no iCarly,
Straight cartoons, straight animation.
no Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. That was Disney anyway. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
But yeah, none of that's in there, right? What shows did not? It's a list of 10. What shows did not make the list? By the way, let me go ahead and start by saying this.
You
Rugrats.
don't even have to say it.
No, I'm gonna say it. Rugrats, Cat Dog, Cow and Chicken,
Why? I ain't never seen Cat with Chicken.
Totally Spies, Angry Beaver,
I never seen that.
The Wild Thornberry,
What the fuck is on the list then?
or Rocco's Modern Life.
All of that is Nickelodeon. Most of it.
Yeah. So I'll start from the bottom, work my way up. You probably didn't watch either of these shows. I think about it.
You don't know.
Teen Titans versus Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I didn't watch either one of those. But I'm gonna pick Teen Titans.
Teen Titans. So you go on Cartoon Network. And it's Cartoon Network first, then it's Nickelodeon. You probably didn't watch neither of these shows either. Ben 10 versus Danny Phantom.
I watched Danny Phantom, so I'm picking Danny Phantom.
Okay. We got 1-1 right now. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends
Mm-hmm.
versus Chalk Zone.
Chalk Zone.
Okay. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy versus The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron.
You made me cry. Why would you make me pick?
Talk to me nicely now.
But I'm gonna pick Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron. All right, so right now we got 3-1. 3-1. Let's see if they do a comeback.
I didn't even say who won on your list, but keep going.
Who won on my list?
Coke.
Damn. Johnny Bravo versus Rocket Power.
Rocket Power.
Yeah, Nickelodeon winning right now.
Cause Rocket Power was about black people. Them people was black.
No, they really were. I think they was like Hawaiian.
They was black.
They didn't but surf. I don't know where Rocket Power took place at.
You think black people wouldn't surf if they was in Hawaii? Black people good at everything. They're gonna surf. Well, they actually skateboarded more than they surf.
They did do that. They had used a game on Nickelodeon on Nickelodeon.com. Damn, what happened to them? Do they still have those?
No.
Like Nick.com, you play games? Damn.
The fuck? Cause on Disney Channel, I used to play the Lilo and Stitch game.
The sandwich game?
Yes.
Bro.
And I used to play the Kim Possible game.
Bro,
with
on
the burritos
Cartoon
and
Network,
shit.
they had it was 2 games they had on Cartoon Network. They had the Ed and Eddie game, which you can do a skateboard and skate up of it, and then they had a Kid Next Door game with the hamsters, and you could shoot the hamster. Man, them shits did numbers.
I don't
Where I'm
remember.
from.
I didn't do that's Cartoon Network. I didn't do the Cartoon Network. What you call it?
The Cartoon Network one.
Mm-mm.
All right, here we go. The Powerpuff Girls versus My Life as a Teenage Robot.
Powerpuff Girls.
Easy. Damn, I realized I was fucked up on this list because I did the same shit twice. But let's see if it can knock out somebody else then. Codename Kid Next Door versus Jimmy Neutron.
You need to come up with a different one on the spot. Because you put on there twice.
So you want to do that one?
Yeah.
Or is it too hard to choose?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you did it twice.
All right, we'll come back to that one. We got Ed and Eddie versus Hey Arnold.
Ed and Eddie.
Ed and Eddie, Cartoon Network. So right now we got Cartoon Network 1, 2, 3. Nickelodeon 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Courage the Cowardly Dog versus Fairly Odd Parents.
That bit was scary. Fairly Odd Parents.
All right, let me go back to it. Codename Kid Next Door versus Rugrats. Just because they both were little people. That's all I can
Codename
think
Kid
about.
Next Door.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I have to do. All right, so we go see.
It's a tie.
What's the tie between those two? Jimmy Neutron and Codename Kid Next Door. Last one. Dexter Laboratory versus SpongeBob SquarePants.
SpongeBob.
Easy like that?
Yeah. I don't know the last time I even thought to even watch a Dexter's.
SpongeBob still comes on.
Me hoy, me hoy, hoy. I don't give a fuck about none of them new episodes.
What he whisper in that girl ear?
Me hoy, me hoy, 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 hoy.
What he whisper in the ear?
The fuck?
That's all you can say. That's all you can say.
de fromage. Omelette de fromage. What did you say? Omelette de fromage?
You know this meme, right?
Dexter.
My meme is
Just
let
the
me borrow
language
$30.
Oh, say it again, Dexter. Omelette de fromage.
That shit funny.
No. The fuck? I can name so many.
But I
Krusty
think
Krab pizza?
SpongeBob,
Pizza,
right?
pizza?
I think what made it so bigger now is the memes out of it.
No, it was funny before
No,
memes
but
was a
what
thing.
made it bigger is the memes.
I don't think so.
Like a nigga turning. What's the famous SpongeBob meme?
I had
Please say psych. Like that meme.
no. I'ma head out. Like when he getting up out his chair.
Yeah.
Sure. But I'm gonna say SpongeBob was big as shit before memes were a thing. Do you know how much SpongeBob gear I had?
I didn't. Yeah, I had a SpongeBob bowling ball. Like I had SpongeBob house shoes.
Me too. I got a new pair every year, and I got a new pair of SpongeBob flip flops every single year.
Like, I understand how big SpongeBob was for us, but the fact that there's there's a meme of everything, which now introduces the kids of nowadays to watch SpongeBob, is what I'm saying. Like not that I'm pretty sure if somebody go through Dexter's laboratory. He said laboratory on the show. I'm pretty sure somebody went through it and watched, like they will find all the memes. Like they have the meme when he's looking at the whatchamacallit. When he has the door open up and he has a picture of somebody. And then I'm sorry I let you down. And it'd be a picture of somebody fucking random. All right, got anything to tell these folks before we get up out of here?
Yeah. Stop driving around with expired tags.
Niggas don't care about that shit.
It literally is a game for me. How many expired tags can I find in a day?
That's a lot.
Exactly. The most I'm up to is like 6. Renew that fucking tag. Especially if you have a Georgia tag, that bitch $25. Renew that shit. But you probably not renewing it because you don't have active insurance on it. You can't renew it if you don't have insurance on that motherfucker. So
Or the engine light on.
I mean, yeah, that too.
That's one of the
I be forgetting about that.
That's one of the two things.
It be new cars that be having expired tags on them.
Well, the car can't be more than 3 years old, right?
I think it's 3.
Yeah, so
Still.
they ain't got no choice but to. They waiting. The hell? The heli? What the hell, Yante? You know, I had something, a PSA I wanted to give somebody.
What?
But when I was at what's that place called? When I went down the street to get some tax. But I said I'm gonna remember this, and now in my head I'm trying to imagine myself walking back up to the thing to figure out what it was. So I should have took notes, but I did not. So my PSA to niggas is start wearing V-necks. It's 2025. Exactly. Why are niggas still wearing V-necks?
What's wrong with a V-neck?
Why are you wearing a V-neck?
Because they like the V-neck.
It's
The fuck niggas want to show their hamburger meat. What's wrong with a
Why are you wearing a V-neck?
What's wrong with a V-neck?
When last time?
Tell me what's wrong with a V-neck.
It's not the thing no more. It's
So
literally
because
not.
it's not a thing, you shouldn't wear it.
We know fashion is at a different point right now. Like there's no such thing. Like fashion, like if you see somebody with skinny jeans on, you don't say anything. You see somebody with baggy clothes on, you don't say nothing.
Okay, so if that's the case,
But
then
if you see somebody with a V-neck on, you gotta say something to the guy.
no,
Why are you wearing a V-neck?
no,
What clothing brand makes V-necks?
all of them.
No. I have not seen not a single V-neck anywhere. For niggas who shop on Shein and Temu and Fashion Nova, there's not a single V-neck on no
It
website.
is. It's a bunch of them.
Why are you buying them then?
You just say anything.
Nigga, I start wearing V-necks.
The fuck? Ain't nothing wrong with a goddamn V-neck.
That's what my thing was when I have a whole section of what I hate about niggas. And there's niggas who hate V-necks. Also, it's hot outside. This what bothers me. It's not even how to say it's hot outside, but I said it last week and I'm saying it again. It's hot outside. Dress for the occasion. So there's a video online where it was like it had 2 niggas at the beach with hoodies on and jeans and Air Force Ones on.
That's funny because I seen another TikTok. It was here in Atlanta, and nigga had on a fucking bubble coat.
Dress for the occasion. Read the room. Like, why you have all this on while you outside? I know you hot. Like, ain't no way you not hot. And I can just imagine. Then niggas probably got on, as I think about it, then niggas probably got on basketball shorts.
Because then somebody showed up to the classroom with a bubble coat on.
I don't know. I was just chilling. Did they?
I thought they did. Didn't you point it out to me?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't think that was at the class reunion.
For the sake of conversation, I'm going to say yes.
I don't think that was at the class reunion, but I think that was at the park. Because the park had a lot of shit going on.
Yeah. They had a lot going on.
And somebody was out there. Mind you, that day, I think the high was like, because it was one of the hottest days. I think it was like 97 degrees outside. Motherfucker had on a bubble coat. Matter of fact, it was. So somebody in a different pavilion, the small pavilion down the hill.
The minute it gets like 73, I'm wearing shorts all the time. You're not going to see me in. Only time I wear jeans, of course, is to work or anything covering my legs. But for the most part, though, I was going to see me in shorts. Because why the fuck am I wearing?
But that's because we be hot.
Bro, I'll never forget. Last year, we went somewhere. I think we was going to the movies or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I had on sweatpants. But we had stopped at the grocery store. And I was like, God damn, it's hot that motherfucker. My legs were sweating. And my sweatpants were sticking to my legs. I remember because your sister had replied to my post when I put on Instagram. And she was like, why the fuck did you wear sweats anyway, nigga? It's hot outside. Like, she already knew what it was. So it's almost like, yeah, no, not doing that no more.
That's hella funny.
All right, but we're going to end it here, y'all.
Shout out to my sister.
Shout out to the sister. But we're going to end it here. I'm going to stop rocking. I'm sorry.
Yes, because...
I don't know. I bought the chairs to swivel. Like,
sure,
so I'm swiveling.
I get that. We can swivel from here to here. But that don't mean do like this, motherfucker.
Yeah, now I got to sit like
that's
this.
That's why in elementary school, they never gave us no chairs that move because niggas do too much.
I'm happy you brought elementary school up. Because now, I was going to say this next time because we ain't brought nothing up to talk about it. But when was your first kiss?
Wasn't elementary school.
Oh, okay.
Fuck.
Well,
I was in 8th grade. I was in 8th grade.
Talk about it.
No?
I mean, we're already here now.
It was last day of school.
Last day of school? So you had all summer to think about it.
Yeah. It's last day of school.
You gonna drop a name?
No, but it actually ties back to the last story.
Oh,
from
the
last
nice and
episode.
slow?
From Nice and Slow.
Freaky ass.
So it was not the guy who was he wasn't my first, he's my second boyfriend. It wasn't the guy who was my second boyfriend who got the haircut, whatever. It's the guy who I was dancing with.
Mm-hmm.
And now, like, looking back at it, and thinking about the story in whole, who they were to my friends and blah, blah, blah. Whole thing is just fucked. And it's not something that I would do today.
Mm-hmm.
And looking back at it, I'm actually mad because of how I view loyalty and everything like that. I was a terrible person.
I don't think anybody had loyalty.
But still, like, just how I view things in before 18. Yes, before 18, nigga was all over the place. But anyways, so yeah, it was.
Then for 18, so in high school you was doing your people dirty?
I was doing weird shit too, yeah. And I can, as an adult and as a grown person, someone who has grown, I was doing weird shit. So anybody who hears this, and if you ever thought I'd do some weird shit to you, I acknowledge that it was weird, and I apologize. Okay? So, anyways, yes, it was, I had texted him, or he had texted me, he was like, come on to the hallway. For what? He was like, I want to kiss you. So I was like, for what?
I had one of those.
What?
I asked to go to the restroom.
Yeah.
And then go to the restroom. And literally like...
I didn't ask to go to the restroom. It was last day of school. I walked out.
Oh, no, I was like middle of the year.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah, it was like that. It was a little peck, but I was like, oh my God, I love him.
Where y'all meet up at?
Right outside my classroom. When I say right outside, I mean like, if this is the door, we was right here.
Nobody saw it?
No, but I came back in the room and I told my friend Janai, I was like, bitch, I just did it. And she was like, oh
You want to shout his name out?
my God. No.
My story that's like that. Yeah, when my school was set up, it was just like a straight line, and every hallway looked the exact same.
Yeah,
no
I was
matter
just
what.
like that too.
And so, like, I hate saying I'll never forget it sound weird, but I just thought about it when you said something. Like, I was thinking, I don't know if there's even a text like, let's go to the restaurant. I think we just like was at the restaurant at the same time.
Oh yeah, because motherfuckers motherfuckers was talking about middle school.
No, this is high school. No, it's not my first kiss though. This is just like random kiss I just had in high school.
Okay.
And it was one situation like me and the girl. We went to
In high school, I was kissing in the stairwell.
We went to middle school together, and went to high school together. And like we never like, as a people in love, I would say we never explored that connection. And so one day we were just like, oh yeah. I don't think we even texted. I don't know how we got there. We were just like in the hallway right in front of because it has like it's like classroom, locker, classroom, and then the other side it was the water fountain, but next to the water fountain were the restroom. And so we were just like, oh, you want to do it? Like, yeah, like that was it. But my first kiss,
You proud of that?
5th grade.
Oh, 5th grade. Oh, okay.
I was in 5. Relax.
I thought you were saying you was
No.
5.
5th grade. That's elementary school.
Yeah.
5th grade. Her name was Ashley. I never forget. I was in Miss Patterson class
Mm-hmm.
after school, and shout out to Ashley. She followed me on Instagram, so she ever watched this, she hears this story.
Stop name dropping.
So, other people gonna know people I went to school with. So I was in Miss Patterson
That's the
5th
only
grade
people
class,
watching this shit.
and this was after school. Well, not everybody didn't go to school, elementary school though.
What the fuck?
I think this
My classmates and your classmates, the only motherfuckers watching this shit.
I think there's that's high school classmates, but like only one person I went to, and it's crazy. I went to elementary school with her, middle school, high school, and college with her.
Mm-hmm.
She knows she is.
Obviously, because it was only 2 people you did that with. Keep going.
What's the other person?
I thought you said it was 2.
There was only one. That I went to all 4 with.
Oh, so the other girl was just high school.
Other girl was just middle school and high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So we was in the powder class, and this is after school. This is like tutorial, I think.
Hey, wait, hold up, cause she gonna show it to the goddamn
Reunion?
and be like, nigga, I heard you talking about me.
No, but I told her at the reunion last time. I told her when the one with all 4 thing with.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn, like if we actually had a cool relationship, you're probably like a sister to me. But we just all went to school to all 4 years. Like, what odds we go to fucking college together? Very slim. But anywho,
Not really. Keep going.
and yeah, because I only went to college because everybody in my school was going to that college. That's the only reason why I picked that college. Well, majority of them were. But yeah, so we was in Miss Patterson 5th grade class, and this was after school. I think we was doing like tutorial or something. And I was waiting.
That's tutorial. She used to go down in tutorial.
I think Christian was doing something. I think Christian was in like something after, so that's why I stayed there. You know what I mean? And so I never forget, was cleaning out her junky ass desk. We had the desk that had
the slot.
the slot, right? That shit was hella fucking junky. And I never forget, was down there, so we was like down on our knees cleaning it out, and then like used to have the Wordly grammar books.
Mm-mm.
We had it was Wordly grammar books, and that fell on the ground. We both went down to pick it up, and we was like, our face. I wouldn't say our face. I would say like this part of our face was covered up by the desk or whatever. And we were just like, we looked at each other and we were just like, and that was it right there. Neck ass.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, rom-com
And
head
then I
ass.
called her house and her dad picked up and we broke up. Her dad picked up the phone.
How you break up and you was never together?
That was my 5th grade girlfriend.
You didn't say that.
Oh yeah, that's 5th grade girlfriend. Yeah, I called her house. I called 2 girls' house in elementary school and they both broke up. And we both had to break up after that. Her, and I ain't gonna say the other girl name.
That's unfortunate.
And so yeah. And I'll never forget. Then I never forget, after we broke up, she came to school, she had some new earrings in. I was like, damn, she looked fine. Just because she had new earrings in. Just because she had new earrings, I'll never get that. All right, but we're going to end it there, y'all. Hope y'all like this episode. Like we say, like, comment, subscribe, bell notification, all that good stuff. Check us out on, Apple Podcasts, Google Pod, which actually is not a thing. I need to stop saying Google Pod. It ended like in 2021. 2022.
Never knew it was actually.
Yeah, I
a thing.
Googled it. I kept saying it. So Apple Pod, Spotify, anywhere you get your audio at. Shout out to audio listening too. That's a whole different breed. Even though I typically listen to all my podcasts on the way to work, so I really can't watch the video. I always like to have a video on when it comes to it. But in a couple of weeks, we're doing something special for that podcast. So make sure y'all tune in, subscribe. I think like 60% of people that watch the pod isn't subscribed. I have that statistic on YouTube. 5 stars, Apple. Follow us on Spotify. Follow us on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram. I could care less.
My Instagram private, so fuck that shit.
Yeah, you follow her, you gotta get accepted to it, and she gonna text me.
I'm gonna deny
who
it.
is this
I'm
person?
sorry. I'm not accepting any new followers right now.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, if you know me personally, you know why.
Yeah.
So.
And we'll catch y'all hopefully next week. There we go. Now I can cook.